Welcome to another episode of Conspiracy Outpost, a show that explores vast frontiers of knowledge from a bottom of a bottle, of course, and it takes you on a journey beyond the boundaries of understanding. I'm your host, Casey.
Mike.
I'm Geronimo Joe. I've used that before.
And I'm the guest
And you
star,
could be-
Matt.
And today
I'm
we
just
are
kidding.
diving deep into a concept that stretches the limits of human imagination, the Kardashev Scale. Now let's turn it over to our Northern California expert on the topic, Joseph. Take it
I
away.
wouldn't call myself an expert, nor should I be quoted on anything.
Well, hey,
Kardashian scales.
It's like, no, new year, new us. We've become scientists now. We've just been brewing potions. Isn't that what scientists do? We've been,
No.
not even close. No, dude, we've been doing cool shit, inventing new types of aids, anything to make a quick buck. All right, so the Kardashev?
My
See,
man.
I already fucked up.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, it's Kardashev.
So the Kardashev Scale is a hypothetical method that measures a civilization's technological advancement based on its ability to harness energy. It was first suggested by Nikolai Kardashev, a Russian
Keeping up with the
astrophysicist-
Kardashians.
a Russian astrophysicist in 1964. The scale is often used in discussions about the potential future technological development and classification of civilizations. The theory consists of three main types: Type 1, Type 2, and you guessed it, Type C. No, I'm just kidding.
I
Type
think
3.
you're lying to me.
You think I'm lying? I made all
Yeah.
this up. This is actually not a real theory. This is just shit that I cooked up while
We're
I was
actually
on,
talking about diabetes.
we're actually...
Diabetes.
This is actually everybody getting together to have an intervention for me.
You're telling me they're doing more
Yeah.
than just sending potatoes in space at this time?
Yeah. The Sputnik type. So we got Type 1, which is a civilization that can harness all available energy on its home planet, like solar, wind, and geothermal energy. A Type 1 civilization consumes power on the order of thousands to millions of times our current planetary output. About 100 trillion watts. Did I write trillion twice? Is that supposed to be 100
Trillion.
This type of civilization would have enough energy to manipulate at will the occurrences of specific natural phenomena like earthquakes and volcanoes. This could also give the ability to build cities on the oceans. That's kind of
What?
cool, right? Take that, Atlanta. Yeah!
I mean, I watched this one movie with Kevin Costner. They made cities on the ocean.
Water world.
No, the Postman.
Waterworld?
Yeah, no, Waterworld. Funny that he made two different movies about post-apocalyptic,
Yeah.
wanderers.
He's a doomsday prepper, though.
Is he?
No, I don't know.
Like, I don't know, man, personal life. Even with the incredible feats of climate manipulation and terraforming technology, a Type 1's energy is still, for the most part, confined to their home planet. An example of someone who lives in a Type 1 civilization is the science fiction
Bill Gates.
characters, because I had to bring up science fiction characters, guys. Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if it's Flash Gordon from the comic strips, films, TV series, or if there's even a difference between any of them. But
Who was the first one?
Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers.
Who's that?
He's
I don't know
basically
who
the
Buck
same as
Rogers is.
Flash Gordon. I think Flash Gordon's based on Buck.
Oh, dude, for some reason I was thinking Buck
Yeah,
Rogers
he's
was
like
fucking
the
Bucky.
original.
Marvel.
Oh, Bucky.
After he marries Captain America?
After he marries
Like the
Captain
original futuristic sci-fi.
Buck Rogers.
All inspirations and stuff have been based on.
Buck me. So yeah, I
Say
don't know if there's a
Buck me.
difference. I don't know if there's a difference from comic
Hey,
strips,
Buck.
films, or TV series versions of the character. But if there was a difference between any of them, I hope that it's the 1975 Flash Gordon Playgirl centerfold model. Apparently, he was in Playgirl. He was a
What?
centerfold in it. Yeah, Flash Gordon was.
God damn.
Nice.
That's sexy as fuck.
Yes.
Also, Buck Rogers would be my porn name.
I'd beat my meat to that. That's for damn sure.
I would call myself Buck Rogers if I was a porn star. I'm here to buck aliens.
And then dressing up as the Winter Soldier.
Bucky Barnes.
I would have if I
Close
was
the
a
barn
porn
doors.
star and I was like doing like themed porn. I'd be a Men in Black person and I go and fuck aliens, but not like the traditional aliens, like illegal aliens.
Oh my god.
Goddamn.
Come here, Maria.
Oh my
Damn.
god. Canceled.
Canceled. We just need like a fucking we need something on the soundboard that says
Like
that.
a stamp.
Boom.
Bam.
Yeah, I was thinking that stamp just boom canceled with the Mortal Kombat voice. I guess that works. Yeah, that's a new canceled button. You gotta be on point with that.
Finish
We're
them.
about to hit that.
Oh yeah,
You
Casey,
woke people.
have fun editing all these coughs out.
It's fine. I'll
Mike's
leave
doing
in.
them on purpose at this point. For those of you that are just joining in, we learned that Mike got a little touch of the chlamydia. I don't
On
know
the
if chlamydia
throat.
gives you a cough.
No, I got sick on tour because I was going and meeting hundreds of people, and
Suck their dicks.
and sitting in a steel fucking van.
And when Mike's
With
not
5 dudes.
strumming the drums, that's not you don't strum drums. When he's not beating the drums,
I bang drums.
He bangs drums and he bangs skin flutes. Okay.
That's the second. We said that in the first episode too of the season. We talked about Mike being very good at the skin flute
with
with the guy. Yeah.
with the guest. Well, I guess it wouldn't really be a secret. So according to
Matt, well, let me tell Matthew that part real quick. So we have this guy on. He was just getting to know us, and he asked Mike what kind of instrument he plays, and Mike's like the drums. I was like, he's also has a very good at skin flute too.
Oh,
Matthew, you would have loved that episode though. He in his book, one of his yeah, he is pretty funny. In his book, the character says the same type of shit that you're talking about. Like, why would you go and have to touch people? Like, aliens would be observers and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
They would observe us from different planets. You guys actually have a lot of the same ideas. It would have been cool if you were on there.
My bad. Yeah, you could just simulate most of that shit. You don't have to spend the gas money to go down there.
Yeah, especially the prices. Fucking let's go space, Brandon. Am I right?
Well, if we harness
I'm
all
just
our
playing.
Earth's energy, our star's energy, then we wouldn't have to spend any fuel. We'd just use renewable energy.
That's true.
Yeah, but
Uh,
you don't have to waste that time.
Well, yeah, but
Uh,
you know, if I was a space-bearing creature and I went to another planet and there were some like humanoid kind of things like me,
if
you're gonna say that you're not gonna go try to fuck one?
I mean, you could build one at home if you have that technology.
You just
Just
3D
saying.
print that shit.
Yeah, or shit, or throw on a VR headset, but just so much better, so much more better. It's
Nah, you
just
don't
the
understand what these humans have, dude. They have
the
something
technology.
something called a
Like-
pH balance. Man, we ain't got nothing like that.
Wait, everything's just slippery.
Everything's just slippery and made of plants. I'm tired of it.
Everything's just wet all the time.
I'm tired.
I need some friction.
According to Kardashev, it's the type of type 1 civilization is the a type 1 civilization is the oh my god, dude, I can't talk. According to Kardashev, or a type 1 okay, give me a second here. A type 1 civilization, according to Kardashev, is the type of civilization that Earth was closest to achieving in 1964. I don't understand what it meant by that. But, I mean, it was suggested by www.universetoday.com that we won't be able to reach a Type 1 civilization till the year 2371. So that's like 350 years from now. We'll still be alive because we'll be cryogenically frozen with old water.
Yeah. And strangely enough,
How-
we'll only be on PlayStation 8, which is great.
I'm confused real quick though. How are they close to becoming a Type 1 civilization in the 64, but not in 2024? I don't understand.
I don't
that.
understand that either. And maybe he was saying that we were getting close, but I didn't understand it, and I didn't see any clarification for it. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of fucking.
He's talking about the sci-fi stuff in the 60s.
He's like,
They
man,
had some big ideas.
These movies are fucking badass. All this tinfoil on the aliens that we make. Dude, we're getting close,
We are-
man.
so-
We're getting close. Don't
The
microwave that, but we're getting
reference-
close.
Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers.
Currently, yeah, see, that's the thing, too. So currently, we're in a type 0-like civilization, which is characterized as a civilization that consumes majority of its energy through non-renewable sources like fossil fuels and limited use of renewable sources like hydroelectric power. A type 0.5 civilization is one that uses a semi-renewable recourse resource that's essentially a giant hamster wheel generating energy from Gary Busey chasing a young woman in distress from a Monster Mania convention.
I'm trying to get that as the butter sausage.
For those of you that don't know, Gary Busey, a man who looks like a creature, sexually assaulted some people. Not funny. Not funny at a Monster Mania. But what is funny is the irony that he is a monster himself and that he did some actual physical monster things. Now, I could have worded that a lot better. But according to Medium.com, we're actually a 0.75 type civilization. So we're actually closer.
0.75.
Yeah, so we're actually closer than we think.
We just need like nuclear.
Yeah, that's the problem because because we're so close to reaching that, we make it harder on ourselves by the impact we've made on our environment, what with like climate change and whatnot. Because what we do, yeah.
If you believe in such
you
things,
believe-
but yeah.
If you don't believe it's not Chinese, the Chinese government creating lasers burning everything over here. Some real Star Wars shit.
Yeah, it could be George
Probably
Lucas.
Chinese.
It could be, dude, and he's probably fucking in cahoots with them.
He's pissed that he sold off Star Wars and they've done.
And he's
what
like,
they've
fine,
done
you want
to
to
it."
see some Star Wars? I'll show you some Star Wars. And he's like with the Chinese, and he's fucking speaking to
I
Mandarin.
hope
and
that
the most
what was
racist dialogue he possibly can, and then they just shrug and then just bring out the machine.
I hope whoever bought Star Wars like purposely did that to him. They fucking
know.
hate them. He's like, I'm gonna buy this and make this decent enough where everyone will
I'm
still
gonna make
love
it
it.
shitty and
Disney.
put it
Disney.
on
Yeah, oh
TV.
yeah.
Disney.
Does China hate Disney?
No, they just hate Winnie the Pooh.
Is that what it is?
Is that true?
Well,
I thought
yeah,
there was-
because
people
South Park was
compare-
calling
people
President
com-
Xi to Winnie the Pooh, and so they banned Winnie the Pooh in China.
It actually wasn't South Park that started doing it. It was people in China
Oh.
that started doing
Oh,
it.
Oh
God.
shit!
They banned
Damn.
Winnie the Pooh, and then South Park made fun of that.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Fuck that.
That's so funny. No, there's like a lot of like.
Yeah.
I think a lot of a lot of the educated, probably like just regular people in China. A lot of them are upset with their government.
Hey, we have to be
There's
careful.
not
what
much
we
they could
say.
do about it.
You gotta be
Our
very-
shit's not aired there anyways.
Oh, our
Yeah,
podcast.
Is it?
Only people using a fake VPN. Or the VPN scrambler, whatever the fuck. No, I'm not sure. It says we have like viewers all around the globe, but
Yeah, we
I
got
don't know
one
if
in
it's
North Korea.
people scrambling. We got
Which
the
I'm
one,
hoping,
and it's
I have
actually
fingers
the-
crossed it's Kim Jong.
Kim
Il.
Jong. No, it's actually who's his favorite basketball player? It's him. Just
Dennis
chilling
Rodman.
over there. Yeah. Fucking- no, we gotta be careful though.
Is that true? You just knew that offhand like that?
Oh yeah, no, everyone.
Well, yeah,
knows
that's
that.
a well-known thing.
That's a well-known
Yeah.
thing.
Not everybody knows that.
His-
Only
his
one in
favorite-
4. Wait, 2 and 4 here knew that answer. You and
I'm
Mike.
pretty sure it was like the FBI or CIA that wanted him to spy for him, and he was just like, "No, I can't do that." But
Nah, dude, I ain't gonna
Nice. Oh,
pull.
boy,
Did you see
man.
what James Franco and Seth Rogen got? Man, I ain't trying to put a tracker in my ass.
yeah, he probably had. He would be okay with that. Dennis Rodman had plenty of things in his ass, I'm sure.
Yeah, dude, with the
Yeah.
last name Rodman, you know you've been taking rods.
Oh yeah, I think he's is he like the second basketball player that came out openly gay?
Oh, was he actually gay?
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong though.
We got less than 1% listeners in Hong Kong.
How do you get less than 1%? Is there
They're
is
not
there
as
a,
big
is
as
They
there
have
a,
too much.
is there a
They
Hong
have too
Kong
much money in
dwarf?
Hong Kong. Yeah.
Are we getting
Oh,
a
right
Hong
here,
Kong
China.
dwarf?
Bam. Less than 1%.
Less than 1%.
Well,
It's
well,
Hong Kong
yeah,
dwarf.
like most their internet's not like free internet.
Or is it little person? You're not supposed to say
So,
dwarf. Huh?
so
our biggest listener obviously is the United States, then the UK, then Canada, then Australia, then it goes to
Look, we gotta
Ireland and
stop.
Netherlands. Blah blah
We
blah.
gotta stop all this talk about Asian people. Someone's gonna say something stupid, and we're gonna get Shane Gillis. You guys know what happened there? He said something.
Oh,
He said a racial slur about. He was supposed to be on SNL. I think
Oh,
back when Bo and Yang started. I
She,
think, and he
Shane Gillis
didn't
blew up
because
on
he said
Netflix.
his podcast resurfaced at the time where he said like a racial slur, and so they got rid of him. But he was the SNL guest. I think it was either this Saturday or next Saturday. So it's good to know that there's level of racism, and the racism level he's on is just guest star in SNL.
here's the funny
Not
thing
just
is
recurring
after
cast
he
member.
after he wasn't able to do SNL, he went on and did his own sketches on YouTube, and they're fucking hilarious.
Are they? You know what's funny is
I watched a bunch while I was on tour.
after they fired him, he wrote on Twitter, "I've always been more of a more of a Mad TV fan myself," and that's hilarious.
Yeah, he has this one skit that it's so fucking funny, where it's a kidnapping thing, and he plays the dad of this like guy who gets kidnapped, and the guy's calling it. He's like, "I want $2,500, or you'll never see your son again." He goes, "What, Steven?" He's like, "Oh, fuck that guy." Like, he goes on. Like, I gotta show it to you.
Everyone has
sometime, because I
favorites.
can't.
All parents have favorites. It's okay.
Mine's the unborn
Almost
one
like
because it's the
his only
quietest.
kid or whatever. But yeah, dude, it's so fun. Okay, so like, he goes
you know
on,
what?
and he's like 1,000. He goes, "Nah, fuck that." And then he rips off the son's like tape off his mouth, and the son just immediately starts complaining and whining. He goes, "You fucking hear that? You hear how annoying that is?" He goes, "Oh my god, yeah." He goes, and the guy's like, "Don't lay on my bed like that." He's like, he's sitting there whining, wanting to watch the news and shit. He always wants to watch the news. The kid's like, "Put the news on."
Dude,
And it goes on to where he's like, "You know what? Fuck this. I'm not dealing with this. I'm gonna bring the kid back." And he goes, "Wait, hold on. Let's not jump to any conclusions here now. $800, and you can keep if you keep him." And he goes, 1,000. And he goes, "No, okay, come on now, $900."
I like to take that.
And he goes, "Deal." He goes, "Is he allergic to anything? Like, what do I feed him?" He goes, "Yeah, he's allergic to something. Pussy."
It's all buddy.
I like to actually change my answer. My favorite child's actually the ones I leave in the
Where
toilet.
did Casey go?
That's-
I'm here still. My phone's just gonna die, and I forgot my charger.
Ask your dad for it, for one.
He doesn't have an iPhone.
Well, yeah,
He-
because because he's not rich.
Well, you guys need to have this conversation sooner or later, so just go do it. Nah, I'm just kidding. Fuck
So,
iPhones. Fuck Apple.
So yeah, outside of climate change and whatnot, where was I? We need not only a more eco-friendly approach and to lessen our excessive use of finite resources, which are threatening the sustainability of our planet. But we all know this. War is not helping either. With constant conflict amongst our fellow earthly occupants, we are focusing our time on fighting and violence rather than progression. Not to sound like a hippie, but peace is key to reaching our true
Fuck yeah, I
potential.
hate other people that are slightly different than me.
We have a place amongst
Hey,
the gods and the stars.
sometimes you
guys.
gotta know what you like.
We focus too much on
Yeah.
barbaric fucking bullshit.
Oh, dude, our technology goes in the wrong places, anyways. Like we focus more about at least I feel like with the way our system works is we focus more on how can I make the shit break before right after the warranty ends, rather than let's make it better. And it's not really their fault because I know that you can't really have a company if everyone buys your shit and no one ever buys it again. Once you sell out, you sell out.
Dude, iPhone's the worst with that. I had one guy who was trying to redeem his points where I work with our reward shit, and he can't upgrade his phone to the. He can't update the app without updating his phone to the newest whatever thing, and he can't do that because his phone can't go that high with the updates.
That's all phones, I think. But yeah, I think Apple might be worse like that.
No,
Shit, I remember
yeah.
having an
Well,
old phone.
they got in trouble for that for a while, but they sent out a thing and they said
We're sorry.
This guy got a if this guy got a dinosaur, they said that they're no longer going to
Oh,
be supporting
he
those phones.
I don't know how old his phone is, to be fair.
Yeah,
He's
because
also
when you
he's
buy a phone, by the way,
70 something years old, and he comes in to buy lottery tickets and always jokes saying he's spending his kid's inheritance, which is hilarious.
well, at least he's conscious of it.
Yeah. He's
Um,
always like, I'm here to come back to Speedway Casino.
No, dude, like you can hold on to. I've had a phone for so long; it was so old that I was literally running out of room with the updates that it was updating that I couldn't even use. I couldn't even use all the features that it was updating with. It just wanted to take up memory.
Mm.
But that's how old I had a phone that was that old. But yeah,
So, a Type 2 civilization is capable of harnessing energy from its entire star. So, we've moved from planetary to taking over the sun, if it was us. This is typically achieved through structures like Dyson spheres or Dyson swarms. For those that are as
it
dumb
sounds
as
like these guys know exactly how to do it.
Like, are those designed by Miles Dyson?
maybe.
Like
I don't know who that
Mike
is.
Dyson.
Miles Dyson is who created the computer chip in Terminator 2.
Oh
You know, it would
shit!
have been a
So he's the
perfect
guy that
joke
made
is
those
if
cool
I
ass
wrote
fans,
Neil deGrasse Dyson. That would have been great.
or Mike
Uh,
Dyson.
Mike Dyson. For those of you that are as dumb as me,
Dyson chicken.
damn it. Dyson Ritter, for lead singer from All American Rejects. Dyson spheres are hypothetical megastructures that cover the outside of a star. If you don't know what a megastructure is, it's what we call the Slayton sisters' pussies. You guys know?
Oh my god!
We actually harness energy from their
oh.
Mayo and PB&J fat cells.
Oh my god, dude.
Mike is in disbelief.
Mike is like,
fuck?
dude,
That was a
leave
left
those
field.
poor women alone. They got the Neanderthal foreheads. They got a lot of problems going on.
Fucking A, man.
Mike, you're gonna laugh whether you like it or not.
Yeah, we have
I'm
you
a-
AI.
You know, like basically it'd be like a Halo ring or some shit, right? Like a big ass ring that's just it's a big ass solar power kind of shit. It's like solar panels everywhere.
Like Halo Reach.
Yeah, they covered the outside of a star with platforms orbiting in tight formations. It's a function. Its function is to harness a large percentage of the star's solar power. I feel like it was like solar panels, kind of like fucking around the sun. Maybe, I mean, yours might be a better thing. I'm not good with science.
No, I don't really know either. Like for me, I think it'd be crazy for them to like, how do you keep something in orbit like long enough to? It's not about the sun's orbit. It's probably about the whole fucking
I don't know, but can you imagine
like wherever we're at.
You're just
They,
like,
to
"Damn,
keep
how much
something
can I
in
sell
one
back to you?"
spot to get that sweet energy all the time. But I doubt maybe it's not even. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking theoretical fucking thing. So it's not like we really know if it would work, right? I just know that you can
You
make
create a harvester and you attach it to Mercury
you
because it's
you
close.
can make mad money selling it back to PG&E. That kind of energy.
Oh, at some point they
somehow
just
catch something on fire.
no. At some point they just cut it off and you just be giving it to them for free because
Yeah. So the name comes from physicist and
Bastards.
astronomer Freeman J. Dyson, who in 1960 proposed using orbiting solar collectors to accomplish this feat. His
yeah,
first-
like satellites.
Oh man. He first explored it as a thought experiment. This would be an incredible feat given the fact that only about a billionth of the sun's energy makes it down to us here on Earth. Of that billionth, more than 50% of that either ricochets off our planet or gets absorbed by the atmosphere before it even hits the ground. So that's so I mean, we barely, and even like from what I've read, even the energy we do get from that fucking 50% of a billionth, whatever, it's
crazy.
enough to power over and over again. Like it's enough.
Oh yeah,
It's not, yeah. So I mean, to harness the energy
it's
from
more
an
than we
entire
need
fucking
for sure.
star, yeah, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, to have the
I-
whole energy. If we could just borrow a little bit, it'd be insane.
Yeah, that's
Just
crazy. Dude.
siphon it off. Just
Can you imagine?
hook up the hose,
Can
everybody.
you imagine the PS fucking 8?
Hell, you doing in my backyard? That's my son.
That's my. That's it, dude. We're an aggressive fucking species. We're already making jokes about aggressive things. We don't want my star energy.
You know, it probably would turn into a fight, like people who like if humans all weren't on the same like
That's
team.
crazy too.
Someone's gonna be like, "No, it's my son. I want to take control of it," and then we're gonna have a sun lord.
So like the energy is so fucking whatever
Like we
that
used to.
actually I didn't write this down, but that the energy would like cover across the fucking like planet. Like our sleep cycle would be fucked up. Like the like whatever, because even the part of the planet that isn't being like shined by like the sun is still radiating energy from it or some shit. I don't know. I should have wrote it down. Probably saying it weird. Sound like a fucking
Oh.
homeless guy fucking tripping with fucking shit.
Well, if it orbits, I don't. If they think mega structures is like tweaking more than we need, I don't really know. So I got a bunch of cat hair in my mouth.
Stop eating cat
Stop
pussy.
licking 'em.
Stop eating pussy, you piece of shit. For
I've been
those of you
grooming.
that don't know, Matthew here adopts cats, eats them out, and then throws them back on the streets again.
That's a lie.
He tuna for tuna is what he calls it. Gives them a meal. Just kidding. People aren't gonna be it's like we can accept all the other jokes you guys make here, but we put our foot down at bestiality. But we were okay with
We've talked
Mr.
about
Hands.
bestiality.
We put our hooks down at bestiality.
So in a Type 2 civvy, with the help of this Mike Dyson, we would know how to manipulate, or I guess the civilization would know how to manipulate all the energy from its home star. With that type of control over mass energy, the advanced civilization would likely spread throughout the solar system.
Mike Dyson.
Mike Dyson. Man, we're gonna get this energy. We're gonna do it. I'll fuck this energy till you love me.
Yeah.
Even traveling.
You white dwarf.
The
You motherfucker.
So
I'm trying not to laugh.
with that type of control over mass energy, the advanced civilization would likely spread throughout the solar system, even traveling to other stars. This could be made possible by type 2 diabetes, many possible
Diabetes.
many possible advanced transportation systems, including but not limited to warp drives or wormholes, and quite possibly devices that can manipulate space and time. I'm just saying we should make mass relays, Mass Effect style.
That'd be sick.
That would be fucking dope as fuck.
Who doesn't want to bang a Korean?
We are Geth. I know the topic of AI is a popular one at the moment. So imagine what an AI could be capable of if we were advanced enough to harness a star's energy. That kind of power mixed with a top-tier Type 2's intellect could lead to highly advanced AI systems. Hypothetically, they could manage whole planets or even stars. So, like, yeah, mass fucking
What's
AI
Type
systems.
3?
Oh, we'll get to that in a minute, baby.
Diabetes only has 2.
Not when I'm
But
done
not
with it.
hepatitis. There's a C. They'd have the potential of...
So Type 2 has mass AI, is what you just said?
Yeah, Type 2 would have a mass AI. So would
I think-
3...
I think that whole thing though, it would be human merging with AI. Because what would be the point?
That's what a Type 3 gets into godlike fucking things.
I don't think. I think AI is like. There's not a whole lot of like.
At what point do you get a data?
I don't think there's a whole lot of like. There's not really like a spectrum to AI. Like there's just like 3 steps. I think.
Oh no, there's a spectrum.
Just not
I think
AI.
what we have now. I forget. It's
You
like
can actually
AGI.
see the-
I think
you
it's
can
like
actually see
AGI or
the-
something.
Sorry.
It's like so. What we have now is just. It's just getting all the information we've already put out, and it's
Well, I think-
putting
I
it
think
together
that
whatever
there's-
we ask. But when it actually thinks for itself and it's able to go through all of that,
I think
it'll
they're
just be
saying
like
with
a
the
better
energy-
person.
Yeah, I think what it's saying is with that type of energy, it can output a lot more. Like, and this is exploring the whole. So let's say there are other intelligent life. It's saying that if we can explore, possibly more stars. I don't know. I think it's saying that we're because we're more knowledgeable. I don't know, outside of ourselves or this civilization.
Oh yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think
Indeed.
I think people would merge with it,
These
but
are
I
all
think the sun
theoretical
has so
things.
much. Like sun has more energy than I think we'd ever need.
No, it does, and that's what it's saying. That the little bit that we get from it. Now imagine
to
if
go
we
anywhere.
can harness all of it. if we can manipulate the entire thing,
Imagine not even have to
So
eat.
what you're talking about is building a space station in a planet that could kill other planets, a star killer station
I mean, that we
that
can
harness
one
energy from the
weakness.
sun,
if we felt like it was logical to do
like it,
so.
like in Force Awakens.
There's a point. It actually depends on the nature and the culture of the civilization that is evolving to that stage. Like we're war based, so I mean we would be fucking
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh yeah, I was just referencing
But
a movie.
imagine a
That's all.
peaceful fucking I don't know, a race that has never had conflict like that. I don't know. I mean, this is all
I
fucking.
see. Yeah, you're talking about like
I don't.
like
We're talking about
made up
we're talking
story.
about
No,
pussy shit.
I think, like, honestly, like, given what we know, I think there's right and wrong answers, and I think the beautiful thing about people and cultures is there's errors everywhere in all cultures and stuff like that. I think if we get to that stage, there's a yes and there's a no, and you can meet another civilization like millions of light years away, and if they're at this exact stage, they'll probably act very similar. I think because there's going to be a yes and a no, and then like if they develop AI is going to be like, you're wrong, you're right, you're wrong, you're right. There's no gray in between. This is it, and there isn't. There is and there isn't.
It
I
could
think,
be like
and that's
like
how.
the Mass Effect thing. You remember that's the option I chose was the middle option, which was splicing
But
synthetic and organic beings into one. Which
but
makes
the
more
reason why
sense
you
than
have
creating-
options is because you're a human being. Though, if you were a robot,
Yeah.
you'd be like, there's right and there's wrong,
Yeah,
and
there's
so
no gray area.
eventually,
There's no conscious.
yeah.
There's no moral compass guiding you to do either one. There's no, hey, I'm a machine. My mom made me feed off her tit, and then some guy killed her. So logically, I'm going to create a fucking.
I think the craziest
world
thing
without
is
men, or
humans,
something like
humans,
that.
yeah, humans have needs and
We go off
robots
of
don't.
feeling.
Like
In the third one,
like we tell them what they
seems
need.
more AI like the beings, but so these AIs would have the potential of decision making on an advanced level, independent problem solving, and quite possibly even have consciousness or self awareness, like we were just saying.
I think people, yeah.
Lifestyle wise, in our case, a Type 2 civilization sounds idealistic. People would have such a deep understanding of science and technology that we would likely evolve past our barbaric, aggressive tendencies and live peacefully
Yeah.
amongst each other and our environment, using our advanced intelligence for not only sustainability and prosperity, but also shared collective curiosity of the unexplored.
Oh yeah.
So that's like we would evolve to a point where it's I don't know, but maybe not, because also it depends on.
I think regardless of like,
chain.
but I think our evolution chains would all civilizations would meet at one point, and it'd be like it is and it isn't. Like there's no arguing like what color's the best cut. Like is blue better than red, or is like who was the third president of the United States? Well, from what I remember, it was this, or or who invented the light bulb? From what I remember, it was this.
We would be like this irrelevant. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I am God.
It would be, but it would be like. It would be everything would be
Type 3
everything.
Actually, it would be more like that.
It'd be factor false. Like factor false is what it would be because that's it. There's no like what's 2 + 2 is like people wouldn't have to sit there and do the math. There would be no chance for error. Everyone would get the right answer all the time. But I also think that AI would merge with people because why not? Because you can't why not? It wouldn't make any sense to like, oh, let me ask someone the right answers, and I like being dumb all the time. I like having to Google shit. It'd be really nice if I just knew.
What do you think a space Google would be called if you?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you?
Yeah, because you just make shortcuts.
You talk about Neuralink.
It is exactly. It is Neuralink. 100%. 100%. It's Neuralink. But that's basically what AI will be in the future. Will be integrated.
I wouldn't trust a rich billionaire for that. I'd trust like an actual genius behind it. But
oh yeah, dude.
We would call it Dougal based off of Daigle, the character.
If I have to consult my brain and search Google shit in my head, after every 10 searches, I don't have to pay a premium, so I don't think I'm hungry for McDonald's.
I also think because it's
it's
probably
I could throw ads in that bitch.
It probably evolved since then. But yeah, no, there definitely would be ads and shit. That's like the downside. It's like, dude, I'm really.
It's some cyberpunk shit.
Yeah, but
unless you just knew like, oh yeah, like that's bad for me. But
I
at
think a
that
lot
point,
of it,
people would lose personality. Everyone would become the same thing,
and maybe that's why
and
that you wouldn't want to integrate into your brain into some shit like that because you'd be part of a larger. We're already kind
but
of part of whatever. And
you
honestly,
you
if you look
you'd
at a
be at
lot
a
of the newer
disadvantage.
generation, yeah, but if you look at a lot of the newer generation, they lack any fucking like personality. Not all of them. I'm saying though, but you
Yeah.
know how many people are like zombified? They only rehash the same fuck. They watch the same rehash of the same video and laugh and like it over and over again. It's like
Mhm.
the same stupid fucking videos over and over again. Nobody's unique. Even SNL's been doing it. They've been rehashing fucking or fucking TikTok videos, and they're not fucking funny. Like, okay, I thought that Rome thing, it was like, oh man, only think about Rome. I was like, that's random and funny. And then someone told me, no, that's actually a TikTok fucking whatever thing. And I was
Yeah,
like, no,
yeah,
that's stupid. That's unoriginal as fuck.
yeah.
It lost
But
all
Hey, at
what?
least they
fucking.
have 3 people on there doing something original,
Yeah,
even if it is just being the next lonely island.
literally people.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, did you see that? I
Literally
laughed so
people.
hard.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
literally people will like so they can get more views.
Roast.
They'll watch a video that's really popular and just have their face like, here's my reaction to it, get a million views because that it's helping that video get more outlet. But that person's getting all the credit for that video. And oftentimes, like you'll like TikTok or Facebook Reels or whatever. Oftentimes you'll go on there and watch a video that you've never seen before, and most of the time it's half the video and half someone else's reaction just looking at it. Like, who the fuck
Yeah,
is this guy just
or they
staring at
have
this
new
video
or they have new
or
videos where
laughing?
Me.
well, it's not that new.
But
It's
I've
been
never
happening
seen
for a
that video
while.
before. So thanks to that person, I've seen that video. So they help get the video out there further, but it's not their content. But
There's
yeah, it's
there's those one videos where it's half a game being played and the other half of somebody talking, or the
yeah,
Minecraft
yep,
videos. And it's
yeah,
like anything. It's like, goddamn, dude, they're really just trying to hit people with like ADD or some shit. Like it's like, oh man,
yep,
so
yep, yeah.
listen to this. I don't know.
Trying to get
South
them
Park
views.
already did that.
But yeah, I don't know. It's funny.
That's
Casey, are you
modern
still there?
entertainment.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
still here.
okay. Casey's like, man, I'm just here for the ride. No, but yeah, the that SNL thing was funny. The Madam Web actress or actor, depending on if you're offended by the term, I guess. I don't know.
What,
What's
madam?
her name? No, Anna Faris. Wait, what's her name? Anna Faris.
Anna Faris.
The
In Madam Anna Faris isn't in Madam Web.
no, she doesn't like the term
No.
actress because it's segregating
Oh,
the
I
job profession. So I
I'd
don't know.
rather,
I don't know how
yeah.
many people are
I kind of
saying.
agree in a way. I'd
Yeah,
rather
I
just
agree
say
with that
actor.
100%.
Because I still call women actors. Like, oh, that one actor.
It's like policeman or policewoman. Just call them police. I actually agree with
Who cares?
that because there should
I
be
call them pigs.
separate. There shouldn't be separate categories for it, even if it's out of good intention. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know which one's better to say, and that's not me being like, oh, I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just saying I don't know which
dude.
one seems more appropriate. It's like hero and heroine. I personally think heroine is a dumbass fucking name. It should all be hero. I don't
Yeah.
see what the masculinity
Yeah.
in that name is.
And
It
villains.
seems like heroine or whatever the fuck. It seems like whatever. It seems like that was created to segregate the two different types of heroes when it should all be one name. Because how does hero sound more masculine? Unless I'm missing some kind of like Latin root or some shit. But I mean, I think
So Matt, he brought up what you know how you brought up policeman, policeman, what you call cops.
Mhm.
It's funny when
I
we
call
were in
them all
Portland.
pigs.
Noah was like, when my band was in Portland, one of my band members said this is one of the only place that the police are actually called Popo in Portland.
Oh shit!
Portland,
Oh
P-O-P.
yeah, that's hella funny.
Yeah.
But what I was saying, the Madam Web actress, I don't remember her name, because the only other movie I know she's in is 50 Shades of Grey, and that is just stupid. I'm sorry, I won't ever watch it. But that scene is hella funny. The please don't destroy this, where she's talking shit to the three guys, and she's like, "Oh, I love you guys in Workaholics," and I laugh so fucking hard.
That show was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I love that you guys are the lonelier island.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's pretty
yeah,
funny.
that's funny as fuck.
So is
So,
Madam Web out? In what part does the pig come along and read the shit?
dude, so you know in the old in the 90s cartoon we grew up with, you know who played Madam Web's voice was Stanley's wife. So I mean those are big
Excelsior.
shoes to fill even if it's a live action version, but I heard that movie bombed hella bad. Some people were fucking talking shit. I read someone's
Did
comment.
they have a pig in it? And that's why.
Some guys like me and my wife love this movie. Like he had to put a woman in there too. It's like we're on the same side. We're good. Look at me. I don't know. It sounds the movie seems stupid in the trailer. I'm pretty sure it is, and that has nothing to do with female leads. Although as soon as I seen Sydney Sweeney in it, I was like, this isn't gonna be good. No, I'm just kidding. Somebody put a picture of her. It was her Instagram picture, I guess, with their fucking spider suit on a couch, and people were like, "What is this from?" And finally, someone said what I was thinking when I was reading down the comments. It was like, "It's not Casting Couch, guys."
Oh shit.
So a Type 3 civilization can harness the energy resources of an entire galaxy, possibly through methods like superstructures spanning across multiple star systems. So
that's insane for them to even like. What a colossal waste of time to even try to think that far ahead.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, again, the theory came out in the fucking 60s. I don't know how far they.
And it's sci-fi. It's more sci-fi than actual science.
Yeah, that's why I brought up Flash Gordon.
These guys know what they're doing.
And Buck Me Rogers.
Buck Me. The Winter Soldier. The Summer Bod.
I think you would call someone the Winter Soldier if it was a bukkake fest.
I think it's like colossal waste of time to even think that far ahead. Like, man, just like focus. Like, type 1 is a lot to swallow. Like, why would you need to harness a whole like multiple star systems and galaxies? Like, what the fuck do you need? What do you need that big?
I think they're looking at the curiosity through things because we're super curious. So a level or Type 1 civilization would be super curious. A Type 2 would be super curious. Because humans in general were super curious.
We're curious.
But three kind of ends that, and that's why people will do this all the way to 7, 8, 9, 10, and it makes no sense after 3. It doesn't.
But what? It doesn't make any sense. It might not even make any sense after 1 or 2, though, because the whole thing is once we merge with AI, what if our curiosity ends? Yeah. And that's the scary thing.
I don't mean to do this, but I'm feeling really fucking wiped out. I'm probably gonna go to sleep.
All right, my man.
Wipe your butt.
Sorry, you guys.
Poop yourself.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. That was a poop.
You're good, Mike. We know you just drove a fucking long drive.
Oh yeah, dude.
We're on.
Oh, I slept the entire time. I've slept more than I've ever slept in this past like 2 days. I'm just sick and fucking tired.
All right, you're good, brother.
But yeah.
You're good, brother, man.
Take it easy, guys. Good luck on the rest of the pod.
Kisses.
So these superstructures could be networks of megastructures built on a galactic scale. These megastructures could include things like the before-mentioned Dyson spheres and swarms. Dyson spheres doing their solar panel-like things. And I didn't say before, but Dyson swarms consist of a bunch of orbiting solar collectors. Megastructures for inhabitants could possibly be built into these Dyson spheres. Giant mega cities housing millions or even trillions of millions.
So like, people just living
inside of those, taking care of this shit. We got Matryoshka. I don't know how to pronounce that. Matryoshka brains, which are megastructures based on the Dyson spheres. They have immense computational capacity and theoretically range in size from anywhere to an asteroid to an entire universe, where it can hold energy from trillions of stars to drive computational power that can run simulations of an entire virtual universe and other data processing supercomputer things. I don't know.
That's so crazy. You could do the same thing with less. You could do the same thing with less.
I think the point is the thing to a point that we can't even fucking actually comprehend what the fuck is going on.
I think they're just going. They're so extra.
That kind of plays into fucking simulation theory, though, because
it does. Yeah,
it could be a Type 3 civilization that is running a simulation that we're living in as a fucking prehistoric version of them.
You wouldn't even need a Type 3. You could do it with a Type 1. You could almost do it now. Almost.
You probably could. I don't know, because nobody really knows how much energy it would take to do these things, because nobody's ever done it.
Yeah, I mean, you need a Type 3 civilization if you're trying to run a Type 3 civilization, but that's about it. It's like there's some things that go unmentioned because it's like I don't know. It's like you don't need to render everything. Like we don't like if we're in a say we are
There's always Jerry's
yeah
out there.
say we're in a simulation right now. We're in a simulation right now. They don't have to render the rest. Say we are in this particular. It's a different kind of simulation, not the one that like people that the theory suggests kind of thing. But say we're in a more basic simulation. Sorry, we're in a more basic simulation. We don't have to render faraway galaxies. They just have to wait. They only have to put in the computer work after we get the Hubble and after we get all this other stuff. They don't have to render shit beyond our on our
They don't
site.
even have, and they don't even have to render it constantly either.
Yeah.
It's just only what's in your field of view.
Yeah, what
you know? Like,
exactly?
that's
It's what's
Could you
in your field of
imagine-
view. So
it's like how many blocks can you render
yeah,
per person?
you
you
Yeah,
know?
imagine-
Like,
it's
That's
like
just
it's
the
like making like it's like making Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and it's like I created. So you're looking at a vase, but inside that vase, there's all these crazy etched details and all kind. You don't have to do that. No one's ever going to look in the vase. Not that they could. You just break the vase and it breaks. But it's like you don't have to render all this extra shit. Unless it's in the field of view of the people, and that's more than just the eyesight, but the
Or
brain.
unless-
Like
yeah,
if
unless
they
it's such a-
escalate into there and they
unless
have to
it's
see
such a-
it, you have to render it.
Because it says such a high AI thing that maybe a level 3 could have each individual program like person is a conscious AI themselves, and they figure it gives a more realistic tone if they have every single like characteristic as like a live.
It's the Matrix. That's the Matrix.
Basically, yeah, but
You have to make it believable. You have
I
to
don't
make it
believe-
realistic.
I don't
You have to
believe
give
we're in a
flaws and
fucking
errors.
simulation. I'm just saying that would be the most to get the most realistic outcome if you're looking at stuff, or maybe that people believe that we're just a history lesson, and it's like come look at humanity when it was almost at the brink of destruction, and we're just like a
did
history
Joseph
lesson
cut off for you,
to show
Matthew?
like right when
He did,
they
yeah.
made the ship.
Oh, yeah. He did for a second.
So you cut out for a
Can
second.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the video's
okay,
lagging.
I was saying that like what if we were a history fucking lesson? I don't know how much you guys heard of that. If we were like
Oh,
a
yeah.
history lesson for something, and to make us the most accurate like possible that we could be, to make it more realistic, the shit that's like, oh, this is what humanity was when it was almost at the brink of its own destruction, of extinction, right before they shifted everything. I'm saying this in a positive note, like we're not going to destroy ourselves in fucking 100 or 200 years. But
Yeah.
it's like, what if, that we're just like a history lesson. If we were a simulation, I don't think we are. I think we're just fucking bunch of moronic fucking evolved apes that are too obsessed with consumerism that can't fucking. We want to help ourselves, but we also
Yeah.
really, really want these harmful
Yeah.
things that makes our life a little bit more convenient.
Yeah, the craziest thing is I joke around all the time because it's like I'll be talking about like Doritos, and all of a sudden like something Dorito related just pops up. I'm like, wow, simulation. But realistically, I'm not that significant in the scheme of things, in the grand scheme
Nah.
of things. Doritos a little bit more significant than in the whole grand scheme of things. But the chances that
This is all, somebody built conscious fucking high level AI surrounding the
just like an
brand
advertise.
Doritos, just to advertise Doritos. Our entire life, from the moment we were born, we could think of Cool Ranch Doritos, and they keep adding
You know
new
what's
flavors
actually,
every 10 years.
You know, it's actually pretty funny. So down in Vegas, there's a pyramid casino called the Luxor, and on one of the pyramid sides, you know, because a pyramid's a triangle shape on a side, the Doritos actually has a big old banner up right now on the entire face of that one
Smart.
side of that casino,
So smart.
and it says Doritos.
Yeah, dude.
And it's
Doritos.
shaped like a nacho Dorito, like it looks like a nacho cheese Dorito.
There's a highly intelligent fucking being out there that created
I'll take a
Doritos
picture of it next time I see
and
it.
thinks they're so fucking delicious, but every other being's like, no, that's fucking stupid. We're on godliness. We're creating universes. We're on a type fucking 9 civilization. We're creating our own fucking galaxies. And you're over here.
Don't get wild. It only
focusing about-
theoretically goes up to 5.
Oh, I mean, but
Oh shit, are you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's insane.
there's the three main ones. Everything outside of that is just
The
things.
the
people
funniest thing is theoretically it goes
outside
up to
of.
5, but the people that thought of this shit can't even think past the first one realistically.
There's
We
a there's
can't.
a stat.
Well,
It's out of our
that's what
reach. It's like
that's what
These
Kardashev was saying, that he believed that a Type 4 civilization was too advanced and didn't go beyond Type 3
oh,
on his
it's
scale.
beyond his
And he
one or
thought
two is beyond his
that
understanding. It's beyond the smartest
yeah,
person alive's
it's all
understanding. It
it's
doesn't.
all theoretical stuff. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Nothing is set in stone on these. They're just
After
theoretically,
one, it
hypothetically,
goes.
we can
Yeah,
do this.
it goes type 1, and then it goes the Bible. It goes to God. Then you're just a God. You're a
No,
God.
that's what they're saying. Type
God's so
3 is
mysterious kind of shit. It's like it
because
doesn't.
type 3 takes not only your star but every star in your entire galaxy. And so
Yeah.
that's you go from one star to jumping through stars, which brings it the last one of these super constructs, megastructures, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I have here these sci-fi fucking whatever sci-fi super constructs or wormholes.
Oh yeah. And
I
there's
brought it up
sci-fi.
earlier, but we're all familiar with the term, or at least vaguely familiar with the term. But if you're not, the definition of a wormhole by Oxford Languages is a hypothetical connection between widely separated regions of space-time. A type 3 may construct these space-time.
Make the stallion's asshole.
Yeah, and that's every time there's like a shake in space, it's a twerk. A Type 3 may construct these space-time orifices that aid in rapid transportation between different parts of the galaxy or even between multiple galaxies.
Let me hop in that black hole.
These little
It's okay, you can suck my life force out.
Just don't beef with me like
Clean
you
me
did
up,
like
Scotty.
Damn.
There's only been one black hole to know that spit, so.
So, these sexy little astrophysical arsehole networks would enable near instantaneous travel across
Like that arsehole.
across immeasurable cosmic distances. It goes without saying that this type of civilization can manipulate energy on a scale far beyond humanity's and is at such an advanced level it's almost godlike, which is what I was saying before. This is where you would become
Almost
gods.
godlike,
Almost.
not
That's
becoming
because
a god.
only in one universe.
Yeah.
So a being from a Type 3 civilization would probably possess incredibly advanced technology, obviously, profound knowledge of both physics and astrophysics. They could even possess abilities that would seem almost magical in nature, like interstellar travel and manipulation of space-time.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
It would be.
Like,
Would it be
insane
funny if there was like a
fucking shit.
Type 3 civilization, but they were just a bunch of fucking cavemen and shit? They were just
it would no,
got
honestly.
lucky.
The thing is like once you have it all, what else do you need? What like we do this shit because of curiosity, but like I said, like what if there's you get so far that you
Curiosity
plateau.
and convenience.
You plateau and that's it, because it's like, well, yeah, curiosity for convenience. It's why we invent things to make life easier. But
that's the thing.
It's ironic that shit gets more difficult and
it depends on depends on the culture, the creatures that are at play.
Yeah, and then
we do everything as profit.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean that something from another planet would evolve the same way.
But AI, it's hard to say because unless AI adopts humanity and it functions like a human does, it will all think the same thing. So like there could be like a super sophisticated, like intelligent, like bug aliens far off, right? And they do things so different than us. But once they develop computers, are their computers are for the most part flawless. They only fuck up because of human error. Like we make them fuck up, or we don't provide them with enough things to be accurate all the time. And so the whole thing, but are their computers going to be different than ours? And if their computers are the same, because so far as we know, math is universal. That's the one universal language. Everything's the same in that. So by that standard, they're going to get to a point where they merge in with their AI, or either you merge with your AI or you just let it tell you what to do. There's no point. You might as well just merge with it so you can stop asking stupid questions. They do that. They merge with theirs. We merge with ours, and technically we're the same species at that point. We're all the same.
Yeah, I would say that. No, it's fine. That's why I really wanted you to fucking be back on here, because this seems like something right up your alley. I was gonna say, I would argue that it's embedded in your DNA, but back even either 1 or 2, that at that point you have the abilities and already are altering your DNA. So you're already splicing and fucking adding in
Yeah.
different genes that you want in
Yeah.
there. So you can get rid of the memes that are already in your DNA, the anger, the hate, the anguish. You can get rid of it all at this point. So there would be no reason to, even though I wrote it down that the characteristics of the beings, however, would depend on the cultural, social, and technological factors unique to their civilization.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense if you can erase it from your DNA, right? Like all
Yeah.
trauma
No.
is passed down.
Yeah. The thing is, that's like
So
saying every
we can
calculator
erase
has a
it.
different personality, and the only personality
Like,
of
to
a
be honest,
calculator is how fast it processes your
I
information.
have high anxiety. It runs in mental illness runs in our family.
AI doesn't.
So what's stopping me? What's stopping me from splicing my DNA to be cold, calm, and collective all the time? If I'm like, I
Exactly.
can't do this, why not splice it with I don't know, a fucking bald eagle and be brave because apparently that's why we picked them
Well,
up.
yeah. Well, the thing is, you don't want that because they have
Nah,
male pattern baldness all the time.
nah, dude. So does
Uh,
their dad.
Damn. But no, because the whole thing is like once we say like so Neuralink, the end game of that would be the merge with machines, like kind of thing in a way, or sorry, merge with AI kind of thing. And so like you have that, which computers are generally not wrong, and if they're wrong, it's human error. It's they're going. I mean, right now what we have is our AI is different than what
No,
sci-fi AI
right
is.
now our
But
AI isn't. Our AI it just gathers different things.
it
Gathers
gathers
different
what we
things and pulls them
provide.
together.
It's humans
Yeah,
are
and it's
we're
not always
full of error.
accurate. It's not always
Because we're full
accurate.
of error.
Yeah,
We
so
we
it's
can
always
we could
pulling
tell an
things from
AI like
certain
yeah,
things.
we could
Yeah.
tell an AI if everyone in the world changed in the internet change
Everybody's
all the
afraid.
information that
Everybody is
bananas
afraid that it's gonna.
red, AI is only going
Every
to say bananas are red.
Yeah, everybody's afraid. Well, I mean, everybody's afraid that it's going to take over and whatever, but it's not that advanced. It's a data collector. Like it collects.
Yeah,
Yet.
Yeah, it collects things and shows you what you want to see. It's not free thinking.
exactly.
It is you put
Yeah,
in keyword. It picks up keywords like Google and
yeah.
summarizes. That's all it
Yep.
does. It's
And,
not
and
that
no,
fucking
yeah, it
crazy.
summarizes it. And it could say it in speech. It could tell you in speech. It could do it in a more
Ask
human.
similar. Yeah,
It's in a more human
ask
way.
similar questions over and over with a different topic, and it's going to give you almost the same answer every time.
Yeah.
There's even little disclaimers at the things that not everything is accurate. Please fact check because it's not. Yeah.
Because there's like the big difference with the like AGI and AI, or like whatever, but the main thing is like once it gets to the point where it can think for itself kind of thing, um, then that's it. It's going to think for itself, and you can make 20 different AI made by totally different people, but they all have the ability to think for themselves. They're all going to have the same personality, and if people merge with that, it's all going to have the same personality, and people aren't going to be wrong unless humans are feeding it the wrong information. If it can't think for itself, it's going to be wrong, like current AI. But if it can think for itself and build off of it, it will never be wrong. People are going to merge with it. Who cares? If you have anxiety, no more anxiety. If you have whatever, it's all going to be one. It's all going to be the same thing. And same with the bug race. 50 million light years away, they're once they have machines that have to be like, hey, if you throw an apple, it's going to drop at this.
Did you say a
like,
bug race?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Well,
it doesn't.
the only good bug is a dead bug, and we know
good
this.
bug. Yeah, Starship Troopers.
Dead bug. No, and that's what. And now this part doesn't really make sense because I guess after talking about it, I don't really believe it that much. But it's possible that they've had a deep understanding of their place in the universe and a perspective that surrounds the vastness of it. But
And
then
so they
when I was
plateau.
saying the stuff about the characteristics of a cultural society, like their culture, social, and technological factors, the unique shit to their civilizations, that kind of cancels itself out because if you know your place in the universe, you have reached that type of nirvana.
And then you plateau.
Nothing in your DNA is going. Yeah, well, I guess you'd spiral back into your fucking whatever
Your DNA
ways.
would do nothing.
Hey, by the way, what if that's what we are? We are just a continuation of multiple stages. So our society gets to a certain point, they're like, my God, there's nothing, and then they just crash it back down to fucking type 0 again, and we just keep building up. Somebody keeps crashing it back down. I don't know.
Or maybe it's like a Grant Hancock thing where he was saying like we were an advanced civilization at one point, and then we fucked ourselves up somehow or something, and we got wiped back. Yeah, and then we get wiped back in, and then we don't know any of our history because Honestly, if we were to get wiped out right now, most of our all of our technological stuff, all our like files on the internet, that would all be gone. There'd be no record of any of that. All our buildings after a certain amount of time, those are all going to crumble and decay and
What if
get
pyramids?
turned
What
back
if
to the earth.
pyramids were antennas we created to keep keep tabs on our fucking Dyson spheres, and then we just restarted
But
everything, and those just still remained. I'm just joking
yeah,
when I said that.
ultimately everything it's hard to say. It's easier to say what isn't and what's untrue than it is to say what is true, kind of thing. Because thinking from a
You
human
don't know unless it
perspective,
fucking
yeah. But I could say from a human perspective, I could say like three is like way beyond our understandings. I like one is crazy
I
enough
think
if
you're
you
a
think
lot more
about it.
Yeah, I
It's
think you're a lot more
crazy.
like
Like
collective
Wait till you
about
hear
thoughts
about
than
4
I
and
am.
5.
yeah,
I
like what
think
you're
I
God. You're God at three. Like why? Like
Yeah,
are you
you're God.
done?
That's
You
what
think
I'm saying.
God's
At
God?
three, and that's why a type three ended with Kardashev with that, and then everybody else started speculating after that. Well, what would be a four? Like a four would be fucking
That's like a
your
waste
past
of.
God.
A four, you'd almost be able to harness the energy content of the entire universe, and with that, you could traverse the accelerating expansion of space. Furthermore, the advanced races of these species may live in supermassive black holes.
Yeah, you could
That
also
is that is
have
a type 5.
God wipe your ass personally.
Yeah,
with
no,
this
That's
type
pretty
strong,
sweet.
5.
with this
And you
strong
get
Type
his
God.
5 is
parking
when
spot.
God wipes
And
your
you get
ass.
his parking
Type
spot.
Because
Type
that's all.
5 is when God wipes your ass, because a Type 5 civilization, you'd be able to tap into energy sources unknown to us using strange and currently unknown laws of
And you could
physics.
ring a
Human
bell.
beings would
And
be
Jesus
like
comes
gods
in with
having,
your dinner in a French maid outfit.
One of those.
and
One of those.
they
I
would
forget.
they would
Sorry.
basically be able to manipulate the universe as they
Oh
pleased.
yeah.
Yeah. See, and one of
You
those I was
could
gonna
probably do
say.
that before that.
What brought this on? Honestly, the inspiration behind this was I was watching a spotlight video on Snapchat. That's what they're called, of what ifs, and they have a lot of cool things in the Kardashev scale. And they were talking about a type of I forget which type it was, but it was past the three main types, and it was talking about at that point like your physical forms, all like whatever, like all these crazy things, and that you would be creating your own galaxies, universes, shit like that. And I was like, that sounds dope as fuck. Um,
It's so
so that's
hard to
what
say
I thought
because
about it, and I started going into it. I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. But I mean, yeah, these are
Look,
all hypothetical. Nobody fucking knows.
yeah, it's just hard to
maybe
say.
maybe one day we'll get there, but not in our lifetime. That's for
Yeah,
damn
no,
Yeah,
sure.
I
because
mean, like it
And
said, we'll be long dead when we reach, if we ever reach a type one. We either go extinction or we reach a type one, but we can't prosper on fucking our
eat
fucking
enough sugar,
level.
you get there.
Now, type one seems the most realistic out of most of them, harnessing the energy from your planet.
Yeah,
Everything else is sci-fi to us, but who knows? We'll be
that's
long
like the
dead when
next
it hits.
step.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
we might be
that's
alive
what
for
they're
that.
saying. There's
We might
yeah,
be
but
alive for that.
back in the day, they didn't think a car would go over 60,
that's
and
true,
they're
and
like,
it you
"Oh,
know,
that's
and the
crazy,
thing is,
man. I don't think that's ever gonna happen."
all it takes, and if you're a firm believer in aliens, all it takes is one fucking thing for us to study, and then our technology jumps ship, like or
It
not
takes
jumps
it
ship,
takes
it fucking accelerates. It goes from 0 to 100 real
Yeah.
fast.
See, we just need one more
We're
drunk
highly
alien
adaptable.
to crash their goddamn spaceship on our planet so we can have another technological boom. Because the last time was with Roswell,
Yeah,
and now we gotta
I did
wait.
write this down because I
he
was
took a
like, can
wrong
you?
turn. He thought he was trying to hit the in and out, honestly, and he just fucked up.
He was like, "What is this in and out?" Like at first, he was
I
all
keep
cool
hearing
with
about
observing.
this.
He was like cool with observing, but what he was seeing is years way after when he landed. He was like, "What the fuck?" And he gets there because they're like seeing shit way after, and he gets there and he's like, "What the fuck?" There's no in and out here. It's like you didn't hit California and you didn't hit it fucking whatever years later. Um, if we were fucking cursed to fucking do things from like our fucking DNA, like our backgrounds and everything, we would be like we would still be lingering with desires of dominance and
Well,
superiority. So
and
I
that's the
like to
whole.
think that we go like full on comic book, like
See my hat, Matt?
Ego from the second Guardians movie. I know he's a comic book character, but I'm not familiar with his comic book counterpart as much, or if he had the same goals. But Ego was absorbing fucking planets and just trying to do shit, like just taking over everything, just high, Was he hive minding? I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
It's crazy. If you have the ability to hive mind a planet, why would you even need the planet? That's the
I
biggest
think
thing too with star travel or
as a
like space
godlike,
travel.
yeah, so ego was a planet though, not a fucking
Ego
actual
makes
person.
sense. With the name ego, you're egotistical.
Yeah.
You're gonna do things stupidly because
Yeah.
it's
And
like
you're
I want
bored,
all these people to
so
worship me. I'm bored.
yeah.
Yeah, you're egotistical.
I'd be like Entity from Rick
Basically,
and
no,
Morty.
basically, like, why would you need that unless you know, like, she's different though. She's
That's
more of
on a
like
different.
she's different.
Because what she is like a fucking parasite.
Yeah,
That is a hive
Yeah,
mind.
she's a parasite. Yeah, which parasites
Yeah,
aren't.
but I was just
And you're
I just meant more like
yeah.
a not like a parasite, but more of like the hive mind. But that's how I would probably
Yeah,
act.
That's
I
the
think
thing. That's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
it's the only way it would work.
If you weren't, it's crazy to think because if there's something you didn't like and you're like, this isn't logically accurate, I need you to take that out of my fucking DNA. Like, I need you to take this out of my personality. And
Yeah,
after a
and you can
type
keep
one,
pulling it.
I
You
feel
can
like a
keep pulling
type
it till you're
1
no longer
point,
human.
a type 1 point, whatever, you'd be splicing your own DNA to the point where you get rid of anything you don't like physically
Which
or
would make you a
fucking
robot.
consciously. Yeah.
I
You
hate
would
being
take it out.
depressed. Take it away. I hate anxiety. Take it away. I
Yeah,
hate
take
being
it
sad.
away.
Take it
That's
away.
what I'm saying.
I hate feeling
If I had
hungry.
the option,
Take it
if
away. I
had
hate
the
sleeping. Take it
option,
away.
I would like to be. I would turn myself into a cold, fucking calculated person. If I had the
You'd
ability
be a
to do it.
serial killer, is what you'd
Yeah,
be.
but only on like a logical
Or
level.
you'd be
Like,
Plankton's lover.
but you get
SpongeBob.
things where there's always somebody that's fucked up and flawed. But I mean, if we're talking,
What's your
if
name,
That's what
we're
makes
talking
Cheryl?
to
us
this level, you can't.
something.
Yeah, that's what makes us human. Outside of being a human, there's nothing there to fucking keep you flawed. But again, this is talking about any type of race that's going into it. I don't know. Like if we're talking about just humans, but we're talking about any type. The theory isn't based on only humans alone. It's based on any that this is a structure for every civilization that exists throughout the entire cosmos.
Yeah, and if there is another
Well, this
civilization
is
out there, they possibly are a type 1, type 2, type 3. You
It's-
know, we
If they have
don't.
space travel, they're a type 1 for sure. A type 2 you
And-
can
Interstellar space,
And-
not just
and-
space travel, because that would be us.
So a type
And-
1 has space travel. A type 2, I think, can jump through galaxies, right?
And this is the thing: is the means are the same,
I'm confused
regardless of
myself
culture of different like intelligent life forms.
Yeah.
The means are the same. So if you're a type 2, you got there the same way the other type 2 got there. You're type 3, you got there the same way other type. So you're literally indistinguishable, other than your roots, which would be like, oh, this motherfucker had like fucking frog legs and shit like that. Literally indistinguishable. And then again, when you merge with AI, you're taking out all your flaws, which makes you human.
Yeah,
So
so-
you're a robot in that. So
After
ultimately,
thinking of-
you're just an AI. And then why does AI need to exist?
Thinking
Matt,
about that,
That's
I
like a
didn't-
whole
I
repeat the
didn't-
realm
last
of
like 10 seconds.
something else. And so
Matthew, you
What?
blacked.
Oh,
You muted me
um,
out. You- no, go-
so
go.
here, I'll just go back place. I don't remember. So again, like say so like the means are the same however you get there, regardless of culture. You type 2 civilization, the means are the same. Everyone did the same math to get where they're at. So, type 3, everyone did the same thing to get where they're at, regardless of culture, regardless if we're people, they have frog legs, shit like that. It's all the same. It's all the same, and which means that you just keep you keep pulling the flaws out until you're no longer human and you just become AI. So ultimately everyone's just AI. And at that point, AI doesn't really need to exist. So who knows? Like I said, curiosity might end at that point. So if curiosity ends, then so does the
Well,
soul
that's
or
what I'm saying with the sorry,
you know.
with
No,
the
go ahead.
type 3, you know your place. You know your place in the entire cosmos. You know your entire your point of being, everything. It seems like there's no unanswered questions for why you are there. So why would you go any further except for I don't know. I mean, my mind right now is just restart things.
You know, like Mass Effect does, it's illegal to do AI. That would be the only thing I can think of that would actually make people keep on evolving, things keep on evolving. You know, I think it was like Mass Effect 1 or 2 when they started doing that.
Wait,
'Cause if
especially
people
if an
merge it-
AI is created in a human's image. Can you imagine? An AI, a conscious AI created from a human. We're rebellious. Like we
Yeah, but
went
you no longer have.
far.
That's a bad trait. You no longer have that. You
I
wouldn't
know,
have to
but
be.
if you
You
instill that
only.
into
Yeah.
something,
Oh
that's what
yeah,
the
for
Geth
sure.
did. That's what the
Yeah.
Geth did, and
Well, because the
massively.
people
They
because the people are
rebelled.
stupid. The
Yeah.
Geth were
Well, yeah, but
like
also,
I
why
don't
are we
know, but
under them? So they rebelled.
yeah, it's
But they were
like
also a hive mind, and then at the end
Tell me
they
about the
weren't. They
Geth.
became
Are they sexy?
at the end. If you remember, at the end they became like solo individuals, which is what I think was something they seeked, was to be
that.
individual.
Yeah. Well, even though
But I
that's
mean,
stupid,
if
like
you're,
that's like
but we don't know what would happen
that's
if a
sci-fi though.
computer. Yeah, but we don't know what a computer would do if they became completely conscious. If they start
Computers don't
feeling.
get restless though. That's the thing is they're not. They're
Yeah,
not like, oh, I
but
fucking hate this day job. I can't wait to fucking just get off work and drink a beer.
yeah, but what's a part of consciousness? Emotions, everything else.
It's flaws. It's
The
errors.
burden, yeah. To be fully conscious is to be full of emotion, flaws, and errors. To become an
Nah, I don't.
individual.
I think that's more of being human, being conscious. Anything can be conscious and not have an
Well, no,
emotion.
because dogs are fully conscious, cats are fully conscious. They're emotional creatures.
Yeah, consciousness gets very weird.
Yeah, I got
But
pee hole.
I
Not
got pee
everybody got a
too.
fucking Jiminy Cricket on us.
Yeah.
Jiminy Cricket on us.
So we did talk about other scales, but the main Kardashev scale consisted of three main types. But there are the theories beyond that, like we were discussing a minute ago. Casey had some split or split. I don't know. You had a couple things you were
Tidbit.
spitballing, little tidbits. Uh, I don't have any of them written down. So did you want to share any outside of the three?
Well,
Share your spit.
I just because we basically talked about everything because this topic was more of like you can throw out a type and then it's basically just open discussion on those types and then that's how I read it. Like when I was looking up this, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a lot of just free talking, and when I was but I did run into a paragraph that I thought summed up the Kardashev scale pretty good. I didn't cite it because I'm a piece of shit, so. I thought I did, but I didn't. I didn't put who wrote this or anything or what website I got it from. So, if you find it, good luck. There, I didn't write this. But it says the Kardashev scale provides a useful tool for evaluating civilizations' energy consumption and technological capabilities, with levels ranging from Type 0 to Type 3 and beyond. While it's uncertain if humanity will reach Type 1 status, the journey towards the goal will require overcoming significant challenges, both technological and societal advances in technology and science, along with environmental awareness, to provide a foundation for growth and development. However, overcoming global conflict, reducing waste, mitigating climate change, and promoting cooperation and e- uh, equitable resource distribution will be necessary to achieve this goal. Whether humanity will reach Type 1 status on the Kardashev scale will depend on our ability to work together and make the necessary investments and sacrifices towards a more sustainable future, which will probably not happen with these world leaders always pissing in each other's fucking
Yeah, no, and
cereal.
that's the thing.
Or
Everybody's
pissing
just
in
fucking
ours.
butting heads or
Yeah.
just fucking poking each
It's
other.
like greed, and it has to come to the fact that no one should be comfortable. We should all work together. Like we're in
Yeah.
inflation right now, but Waltons aren't in
But you
inflation.
see fucking but they don't give a fuck. It's like, oh, I don't care. Everything will be
And-
just fine. I don't care what people are saying. And Kardashev.fandom.com refers to a Type 0 as a KO civilization because we run risk of extinction. And this, it says an extreme one, 99.9%, a risk of extinction before we can even hit a fucking Type 1. And it makes sense because we have a deadline to get everything in fucking order, and yet we're still fucking doing shitty things.
See, that's why I like Graham Hancock's thing. It's like if there's a 99.99% of failure. What if that has happened? Like we've gotten almost to that point. Like humanity's almost gotten to that point, and then they got close, and they got greedy, and
Like
they
live on the
fucked up,
edge.
and then they fucking wiped themselves back to the Stone Age, and then it comes back around again. It happens again. Same thing happens. Bam. Or like I've heard of like a like the Great Reset. Like it's or our like humanity gets to a certain point, and then we just not us doing it, but some I want to say outside force or something, but something resets us. Like we go back and then we start over and then we do it again.
Yeah. Um, so also speaking of Kardashev.fandom.com, they also have like kind of a timeline for these things. So we got a 0.0, which is the birth of the planet, which is the habitable zone. Um, it's in a habitable zone to promote the origin of life. Then we have the multicellular age, sponge age, trilobite age. I don't know how you pronounce that. Again, I'm just reading this off of Kardashev.fandom.com.
Oh yeah, those are those little motherfuckers that are cool as hell.
Yeah. Vietnamese people?
No, trilobites, like the little
Just kidding.
fucking ancient insect guys.
Hmm. So yeah,
I think like horseshoe crabs.
Archosaur. Oh, okay.
Shit.
Archosaur age. I don't know how you say that. Then after that's the dinosaur age. So then we have 0.1, which was the
Oh yeah,
ice age.
Archosaur age was with Noah, right? In the flood.
Oh, I have no idea.
Archosaur.
I never even heard of
He
that.
built the ark.
Matthew, nobody studies our Bible as well as you do.
No, I was just ark. He built the Archosaur. It's like he built like Titanic. He built the ark. Noah in the ark.
Wait, oh, this was a joke. Okay.
Yeah, my bad.
No, I'm pretty buzzed at this point. Like I was explaining to the guest the last episode we did, I was like, dude, I come crashing down towards the end when we do these. A 0.1 is the Ice Age, and that's when the Kardashev Scale starts, with a power consumption of up to 10 B watts. I don't know, I don't know how you say that. So like that's when human evolution begins. All
The
that.
first AAA battery was made.
Yeah. So then 0.2 is the Stone Age, where power consumption is 10 BW to. Oh, I'm saying BW to 10 watts. I don't know. So we go from there. You know, the wheels invented towards the end. Then we have the Neolithic age, the agricultural age. We jump into the Bronze Age there. And then when 0.3, we have the Iron Age, Dark Ages, the Middle Ages, Scientific Age is 0.4. Then we jump right into the first Industrial Revolution, the steam engines, Industrial Evolution. Then we have the Machine Age, the combustion engines, shit like that. The Electric Age stuff. Yeah, that I might have mixed those up a little bit. I don't know. That's 0.5. So then we have the second Industrial Revolution, Atomic Age. 0.6 leads us into the Space Age. Third Industrial Revolution, Information Age, where computers are networked and mass produced due to transistors, I can't read that right now.
Wait, the Matrix?
Miniaturization and integrated
Matrix?
circuit boards.
People that
The
made the
internet
Matrix?
is born during the information stage, and this is during the 0.6. So, I mean, yeah, so digital age, smart technology age, here we are, 0.7. So then the fourth industrial revolution, which is large-scale machine-to-machine communication, robotics, AI, virtual reality, augmented reality, nanotechnology, cryptocurrency, the Internet of Things is what it's saying here. And once again, on Kardashev.fandom.com, we got to keep saying that. So I mean that's where we are pretty much now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So then
I'd say so.
So then at 0.8, this is past ours. We'd have the power consumption of a 10, and then it says 14 W to 10, 15 W, watts. Publicly available genetic engineering. It would be controversial genome tweaking. Level 5
We're doing. I think we're getting there.
vehicles. Yeah, because this is what we're heading into right now. That's why they say we're in a 0.75, because we're about a quarter away from all of this stuff. Widespread quantum computers, optical computers, and biocomputers. We have
Oh yeah, we are. We are
3D
doing that. We are
printers.
doing
We're
that.
already in this 3D printers. Yeah, actually, we're in this phase.
they're making
First
basically like
understanding of dark matter and dark energy. Are we there yet?
See,
yep,
we
yeah, we're
no. I think
oh,
they're. I
we're
think they're
getting there. We're
trying
getting
to.
there.
Yeah.
Advancements in smart materials and textiles with aerogel and fullerenes. I don't know what any of these are.
I don't know what those
Graphics,
are.
I know
metal
I know it's
foam.
some textile like right now it's like you can make something more smooth.
Oh, there,
You
nuclear
know,
fission advancements. We're getting there, right?
wait,
No.
what?
Nuclear fission advancements.
Oh, I don't know.
You were
I
talking
think they're
about this
working on it.
last time we were barbecuing at Angelina and Wesley's.
Oh,
We were talking about nuclear fission. I don't remember. We were pretty drunk. Nanotechnology breakthroughs with disease
which
reduction and
we're doing that right now too.
yeah,
Again, going back with the like bio
sending miniature
robots kind of
objects to
shit.
nearby stars.
Sending what?
Sending miniature objects to nearby stars.
Oh,
Is a
Oh,
part
we
of
do
that.
that. Kinda.
what? No,
Ex-
we don't have.
Like, yeah, like I guess not nearby stars.
Yeah.
That's other planets. Never mind.
The emergent age is a time where new advances
Wait,
in
no.
technology.
Wait, hold on, Joseph. What about our Voyager homeboy that's way out there?
I don't fucking know. Early
just
ground and
one.
orbital space infrastructure installed on Earth and its moon.
He's so far away. But
So,
yeah.
First
They've
ethnic
talked about that
biological
forever.
weapon, the first genetic weapons, complete
What?
military exoskeletons, and advanced direct energy weapons that completely revolutionized war. This is stuff saying when we're in a 0.8.
Fallout.
It's saying what we would be in at
Laser
that
weapons.
stage. So it went from things we've already done to slowly. That's what it's saying, that some of these things are things we're already doing or fucking dipping our toes in. Tipping our toes? Tip to you, sir.
So we might be closer to an 8 than we think.
Yeah. So in a 0.9
0.8, sorry.
expedition age, power consumption 15 watts. I don't know. It's like the 15, the tiny letter numbers. You know what I'm saying?
An exponent.
Yeah, there we go. Dude, I'm not that smart, you guys. Okay, so space-based solar power prototypes face hurdles of space debris, and a global cleanup is initiated with the backing of world governments. This initiative also has the goal of reduced carbon emissions and cleanup of non-biodegradable and plastics from landfill and oceans. These are things on a 0.9 that it's saying on Kardashev.phantom.com. Accurate global weather predictions using Scale computing, prototype weather manipulation, orbital lunar internet, interactive holograms, planetary defense, universal translator prototypes, 3D printers. Is now an early prototype for a replicator. So at this point, 3D printers become replicators.
Wait, replicating. Is it just like basically like, hey, I want to make a soda can and it instantly makes a soda can, or replicator like?
I think I was thinking like limbs, just straight up making a.
That's what I was thinking. Like for some reason, I thought like people, which would be insane.
I was
but
thinking limbs
it would,
and all, but maybe not.
Like eventually, 3D printers' ultimate goal is to be like you put in an input and be like, "Hey, can you make me a soda like a Pepsi can?" And it does. It makes it. It has the material. It mixes. It makes it, and it makes it exactly like a Pepsi can. And then it gets more intricate. Like, "Hey, can you make me like a Game Boy Advance?" And then it makes the Game Boy Advance with all the working components all in the same unit. I mean, or it could take multiple units, 3 units, all doing different things, and then you just slap those guys together.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
3D that bitch.
A 3D printer, it's in the early prototypes of becoming a replicator, so it's probably like that, where it needs multiple things like that.
I mean, they're kind of, you could do it, or like with food would probably be a big thing too. Like, hey, make me a cheeseburger. They've right now, I think is it Korea that's growing beef
after you
cells
said
in
make me a
rice.
cheeseburger, cut out.
Oh, can you hear me?
Matthew, the cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. So yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, after the cheeseburger, can you hear me? Oh, after the cheeseburger. No, like just food replicators. That it's more than just like, oh, make me shit that like make me my vitamins and shit like that. Is like, oh, make me a fucking McDonald's cheeseburger exactly how McDonald's makes it, replicates it, because they're already growing like beef. I think it's South Korea is growing like beef cells and grains of rice.
Or you can be like, hey, I want you to make the bananas and pajamas with big gaping assholes because I want to fuck them.
They're edible too. So after I'm done busting
So
a nut, I can eat.
you can get a high protein banana. um,
A banana split.
You know what I was trying to? I couldn't think of it, but you remember that old fucking show with the giant fucking yellow bullfrog?
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck it was?
Never mind.
Whatever the fuck the show was.
Oh, some shit.
That's what I was thinking of. That it's like, yeah, I want a recreation of that. I want to fuck it. But what are you talking about? As a kid, I enjoyed that giant frog dancing in the backyard. I want to fuck it.
Make it edible too, so I can eat when I'm done.
Make sure it tastes like bananas. I want a banana strawberry smoothie afterwards. With a salty taste of my cum. Hypersonic trains would be in this expedition age across the oceans.
Crazy.
Transition to global cryptocurrency with resistance from governments.
Imagine how many seagulls.
That's kind of what's going on right now.
Yeah, so I mean, we're kind of jumping around in this order that they're saying. Possible transitions to Ecumenopolis. I don't know what that is.
It's probably maybe a giant city, an even bigger city. I don't know.
Is a world city or planet-wide city. As a Type 0 civilization, civilization progresses towards one, urban areas and megalopolises would eventually fuse, and there could be a single continuous worldwide city. So I guess it's after a megapolis. Megapolis. God damn, dude, I cannot fucking talk. So we have that there. Motherfucker, I lost my place here. So rapid advancements in spacecrafts. First steps to colonizing the solar system, which would begin on
Mars.
moons, asteroids, and Mars. Yeah, moons, asteroids, and Mars. These are our first expeditions off planet towards becoming an interplanetary species. And then the last on this list here, once again, at Kardashev.fandom.com. I don't want anybody thinking I'm fucking whatever. Climate weapons. Geophysical bombs and waves are used as energy weapons. Space weapons are highly developed as kinetic weapons and orbital lasers. Wars are mainly fought in large population centers.
So we just play soccer, and then the winner gets their policies.
Honestly, that would be a dope ass fucking way to do things. Instead of bloodshed, like think about what is killing people really fucking accomplishing other than devastation. Really,
population control.
Yeah, I guess that's true too.
No, population. No, because the population control has never been a thing. People are the most valuable resources there is, and it's just like, especially with like, unless you're talking about older population. Unless you're talking about like America has more people that are 65 and older than young people.
I was gonna say food resources like, population, but then again,
there's more food than in the world.
Yeah, no, because since the 90s,
we literally throw
GMOs,
billions of potatoes away.
GMOs and shit like that, or whatever the genetically modified.
You could solve world hunger by eating bugs, but nobody wants to do it because the stigma around eating.
Genetically
I was eating crickets last night.
It's been 90% or more maybe of the food intake that we eat since the 90s, or some crazy shit like that. GMOs, like
everything's GMO'd.
Yeah. No. I was just saying.
It's a politicized term that people put on packaging so people feel better about themselves when they eat it, because literally everything's been GMO'd forever.
I feel
everyone's
like
dog is GMO'd.
Does it not speed? I'm not the smartest person. It speeds up like fucking like development of food and everything.
It could literally be everything. Yeah, it can be. They take two. Like everything's GMO'd. It's like, hey, like dogs are GMO'd. Anything that's like selective breeding is GMO'd.
Casey, you're 100%.
And then it goes further than that too. But
yeah, the bug proteins and shit like that, because like the slaughterhouses and shit, all the meat, like all the stuff from the factory shit is killing the fucking planet too. It's not eco-friendly whatsoever. Mm-hmm. If we all just fucking decided to eat a roach that fucking went into our house, maybe make a salad out of it, I think we'd be good.
Yeah.
You can even
Well-
fucking use them as sex toys while they're still alive.
Hey.
Poop 'em out.
Did you guys see my
Other than
Snapchat
the shit that
yesterday?
they-
My story.
No,
I bought some jalapeno garlic flavored crickets, and I was eating them.
were they good?
Yeah, they taste like they're just crunchy
Now, that's
flavored.
one
Like
bug.
That's gross.
What's one bug you guys think you could eat? I think crickets would be the easiest for me to eat.
I've ate
Like crickets,
crickets,
yeah.
grasshoppers, and mealworms.
Well, don't call them crickets. That's a little racist. Don't hit that hard R.
No, but eventually we're going to get to a point where there's more like older people than young people, so it's like they're not going to try to weed that shit out.
I was telling my wife yesterday because she thought she thought it was gross.
Dude,
I just knocked my shit over. She thought it was gross that I was eating crickets, and I was like, honestly, you ever see that movie? I told her, I was like, you know that movie Emperor's New Groove? When they were at that restaurant, they crack open that beetle. You know how good that thing looked when it just popped open, all steaming. and
Or like
shit? I was
Lion
I'd eat
King.
the fuck out of
You
it.
watch Lion King? Yeah.
delicious.
Oh yeah.
You know, all the
Dude, the
shit look
only
like gummies.
emotion I felt other than hunger was fucking horny when I seen the way they busted them juicy ass beetles open.
I know that shit made me hard.
Made me hard
Matata.
for beetle. Made real hard. It's gonna be hard for the Style brothers.
Be real hard.
It's gonna be hard for the Clark brothers. It's gonna be real hard.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata means I can fuck all day, baby. But no, I lost my train of thought.
Hypersonic trains.
Hypersonic trains.
Man.
Nah,
So is that going to be a Type 1 civilization? So is everyone's ass going to be out of commission for a week?
probably.
Is everyone's
But yeah,
ass
no,
going to hurt?
That's what the Kardashev.fandom.com was saying. Those are all the things leading from things we've already done to things that lead into a 0.8 to 0.9, like right before. We're already like bouncing around from those different things. So it's
Yeah. It's like, what are we
I
doing
don't know.
now? What's the
It's-
end game? Let's
But I mean,
include
we
it.
might not see it, or technology might accelerate. Like Kardashev said, we were the closest to a Type 1 in 1960, the whatever I said earlier.
1964.
1964,
A-
which I
and-
didn't get any clarification for because we're here in.
Might have been 62.
I know it was 64. I scrolled back up. That was
Okay.
literally 60 years ago. That was
Yep.
60 years ago. He thought that, and we're still not. We're
that's-
getting close. We're at 75.75.
And at some point in capitalism, we thought it's better to make technology die
it could've
at a
been-
certain time than it is to make it last longer, so we
He
could build
probably
off of it.
He probably thought back then that the road we were going, we were getting close to it, and somewhere along the lines. But also, you think about what in the 60s, mom and pop stores were booming. Not everything was fucking full on like fucking corporations, were they?
Oh,
Like
no,
every
you had more
single thing?
competition. You had more
Yeah,
competition.
We had
People,
more
people,
competition back then.
people
Now,
worked hard.
nobody
People made
competes
better
with
shit.
Walmart. Yeah, nobody
No.
competes with Walmart. Nobody competes with Amazon. You could probably buy donuts off of fucking Amazon or the Walmart fucking whatever and have it delivered to your car before you go to.
If Walmart had a
local
competitor,
fucking
they couldn't
store.
afford the fuck ups they did. But that's why everyone complains like, oh, these are just it's all self checkout. Yeah, if there was a competitor
still
store, they would
fucking
never
go.
even pull that
Yeah,
bullshit.
but they
They
still
people still
fucking
go. But
They
they're
still
all
go.
there
They
is.
bitch. And these
There's
people
no
that are on these
competitor.
rants and raves, by the way, people that are on rants and raves complaining, fuck you because you still keep going.
Yeah, part of the problem, consumerism.
Yeah, consumerism. You still keep going to these fucking places. Fuck those places. You ever
And
work?
they
Not
and they
fuck you as
call
your
us
fan.
sheep.
I love you as a fan, but fuck you as a customer and a consumer, and fuck me as a consumer as well because I do the same shit. I
Yeah,
don't
my
get mad
shit's
at
about to
stuff
die,
like that.
guys.
Okay, my
Yeah.
bad. My point
No,
is,
it's good.
I love you as a fan, but fuck you as a consumer, but fuck me as a consumer because I do the same shit. I don't bitch online about it. That's a dumb thing to do, but yeah. Anyways,
Like 1 star in our podcast.
yeah. But if you 1-star a podcast, fuck you, dude. And you talk.
That's some little dick
That's
energy.
some little dick energy. If you have that type of energy to do that shit, I don't know.
Unless you post a
Anyway.
picture of your big dick, then you can 1 star. In the
Yeah,
same
and
in the
then-
same thing.
And
Dude, people are gonna be sending me dick pics now.
and if you
Lucky.
do that, if you send the dick, we will all view the dick, and we'll even autograph the picture and make. It
I
look
swear to
like
God,
we've
any of
done
you guys
the
send me a
autograph.
dick, I'll post it online. I don't give a fuck.
I wouldn't do it.
On my
because,
Facebook profile.
I'll do it with my nuts, and I'll make sure I pull my nutsack back.
No, I'm
like
talking
extra.
about the fans. I don't
Oh,
care
okay.
about if you guys do. I'm talking about the fans. If people start sending me dick pics and 1-star reviews, I'm gonna be pissed.
I have something called varicocele, and my nuts are very lumpy because
Lumpy
That's a
space
fun
nuts.
fact. Go ahead and take that out. That was important information.
Lumpy space nuts.
Lumpy
glob.
space nuts. Oh my glob. So
Let's
that's
wrap this
all.
shit up.
I think that's all
Yeah.
I had, and that's all that website had just now about things. Anybody's final thoughts? Anybody have any final thoughts about this?
It's gonna be like because what you were saying, like we're almost at a point A, so it's gonna be interesting just to see the development of where we go down on that and how they're gonna track this. I wonder. I just don't know how. Like, I don't think we're ever gonna see a one a level 1 civilization in our lifetime unless we do some critical changes, which is not gonna happen because everybody's too worried about greed and money to worry about the long term picture of sustainable life.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows we're on a doomsday path right now, and it's scary as fuck. It really is scary as fuck. But if we do make it out of all this, I mean, God willing, none of us are. I don't think any of us will ever see a Type 1.
I think what it is once AI develops, like put all your money into AI. Once that develops, everything else will come later because it will make
Yeah.
everything else, and then that's good. What's going to catapult our civilization? But what then? Who knows? Like, who knows? Who
Our
knows?
online ordering is definitely helping with the fossil fuels being burned. Like gas and shit. Oh fucking know.
Worth it.
Because Amazon, a lot of Amazon's vehicles are now electric
Oh,
ones,
you're right. I didn't even think about that. I'm pretty.
but they are putting strain on the grid and stuff. So I mean,
I don't know.
we still
They
need
use
to.
around here they use a lot of rental vans that don't look like they're.
Yeah, they do that out here too, and everywhere. They just, you're seeing a lot more of the electric ones roll
I
out.
didn't even think about
The
that.
ones with that look like smiley
I'm
faces.
also pretty. I've also been drinking a lot, so I'm just in my head right now. They're just flying around like the Jetsons, dropping off packages from people's places. All right, so I think we covered that pretty well, or as well as we can
Yeah.
probably do.
Covered it like a rogue.
I thought it was pretty good. I'm glad we had our Northern California expert on it.
I'm not
Joseph.
an expert.
Self-proclaimed, he says.
Don't
like
try to
that.
look up his degree because it's really hard to find, but it exists. He says.
Yeah, it's called it's called a PhED, erectile dysfunction, baby.
All right. I'm gonna stop it right there.